Microsoft has finally revealed the August Games with Gold lineup, and unlike last month where people whined and complained about the indie games that they were offered, I don't think you'll see much complaining this time as Microsoft trots out one of the better months in recent memory. What's going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. So, Games with Gold, it's always kind of 1 month, it sucks, Microsoft, they don't know what we want, stop giving us indie games. And then the next month is a pretty decent offering and people will be like, hey, Games with Gold, pretty good. Well, people are going to be talking about the latter this time as Microsoft actually has an impressive lineup for Games with Gold, up there probably with one of the best months for the service since it unveiled. So let's get into the titles. On the Xbox One, you will be getting Forza Horizon 2 Standard 10th Anniversary Edition, which retails for $20. It'll be available August 1st to the 31st on the Xbox One. Forza Horizon 2 is a pretty damn good game. The Forza Horizon series is amazing. I love it. It's my favorite racing series going right now. Forza Horizon 4, of course, is set to release this holiday on October 2nd. So if you guys are new to the Forza Horizon franchise, you can check out Horizon 2 to see how the series has progressed. This one is set in France. Honestly, though, even though I like Forza Horizon 2 quite a bit, I believe it is also the worst of the Horizon series. I think Forza Horizon 1 and Forza Horizon 3 are much better than it, but it is still a pretty damn good arcade racing title. Now, also, if you recall, they gave away Forza Horizon 1 with Games with Gold a while back, and then it was delisted from the store, presumably because of music licenses, and I wonder if the same thing is going to happen for this game. So if you haven't downloaded this game, if you've never played it, there's a chance it could get delisted if history holds true, so make sure you download Forza Horizon 2, check it out. You know, for achievement hunters, it's a long grind. There's some things here that I didn't really agree with that they did, you know, such as driving to and from all the different championships. But it's a pretty good, it's a pretty damn good racing game, so check it out. Now, the big title for the month, and the one that kind of shocked even me, was we have For Honor from Ubisoft. Now, For Honor is a game that came out last year, got pretty decent reviews. It is a, how would you call it, a fighting game with swords and different types of warriors. It is a completely unique experience. There's honestly no other game on the market like it. And it retails for $60. It'll be available from August 16th to September 15th on the Xbox One, and it's going to be the standard edition. It's actually a pretty cool game. It has a campaign where you can play in co-op, and the campaign is actually quite lengthy, so if you want to play through the single player, you have that option. But the meat and potatoes of this game is, of course, the multiplayer mode. It actually is quite a fun. They have many different 2v2s, 4v4s, 1v1s. There's a stuff where like your armor gives you attributes and you can, you know, you get these special abilities and they have modes for that. Ubisoft is very keen on making this franchise something that will last and they can, you know, pump out sequels for, and it's actually improved a bit. They announced that For Honor had 1 million players recently, or 1 million players that play it every single month, and it seems to me that Ubisoft is trying to bolster up the user base for For Honor, and what better way to do that than to give it away for free to Xbox Live Gold members. So even if you're not interested in the multiplayer at all, which understandable, a lot of people really aren't interested in multiplayer of games, you could still have a pretty damn good single player campaign to check out on August 16th when this game becomes free. And on the 360, not as good as the Xbox One offerings, but still pretty decent. We start off with Dead Space 3, available for $20, but free of course. You'll get it from August 1st to the 15th on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One via back compat. Dead Space 3 is also on EA Access. So as an EA Access member, you might already have this ready to install in your My Games and Apps, but if the way Games with Gold work for the 360 is if you actually you know, initiate the download, you actually own the game unlike you would in EA Access, so maybe it's worth just downloading the game so you can actually own the license. Now, Dead Space 3, in my opinion, is the worst of the Dead Space series, a series which I love dearly. I love Dead Space 1 and 2. This one introduced co-op, so you can play through the campaign entirely with a friend if you want to. If you haven't played this game, if you haven't played any of the Dead Spaces, I would recommend starting with the first. You obviously don't want to start with the third one, as it kind of ends the story. But I mean, I recommend you play through it one time at least. If you play Dead Space 1 or 2 and you want to actually play through 3, it's a good co-op game. It's just really not a great Dead Space game. And of course, the last game for the month, we have Disney Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2, which normally goes for 20 bucks, available from August 16th to the 31st. And honestly, I don't have much to say about this game, as I have never played it. I don't really know if it's any good. So yeah. 3 decent games here. One decent. Dead Space 3 I would call decent. For Honor is pretty damn good, and Forza Horizon 2 is a great racing game. So it's funny how people will complain one month, and then the next month they'll be like, games look gold, back on, baby. You know what I mean? These things always ebb and flow, just like with PlayStation Plus. Sometimes you get a good month, like when it was Bloodborne and Until Dawn, I believe it was, not that long ago. And sometimes you get not so good months, like you have been recently, the last couple months with Games of Gold. And then you get a month like this, and you're like, huh, this is actually pretty good. I've never played For Honor, I want to check that out. Or I haven't played Dead Space 3 or Forza Horizon 2. I think what it is people want newer titles, which is exactly what For Honor is. And I believe also people want AAA experiences. They feel gypped when you get indie titles like Assault Android Cactus and Death Squared. Even though those games are actually pretty decent, they want the big extravaganzas. They want the ones with the high production values. They want those games, even though you're only paying $60 a year for Xbox Live Gold, or even cheaper, or maybe you're paying month to month for multiplayer access and party chat and all the different things that it gives you. A lot of people look forward to getting games with gold, and they want to see good titles in there. So when they get what they perceive to be lesser titles or smaller titles not worth their time, as last month a lot of people basically said, hey, this isn't worth my time. Death Squared, even though it's a fun puzzle game, and Assault Android Cactus, which is a pretty fun shoot 'em up, you know. A lot of people were like, ooh, indie, ooh. You know, nobody knew about those games, so people automatically assumed the worst about it. And everybody complained. And this month, you're going to see everybody be like, hey, this month is pretty great. All because you have a fairly new game in For Honor, which is a AAA game. Same thing with Forza Horizon 2, AAA racing game. And Dead Space 3, which is a AAA, co-op shooter from EA, even though it was last gen. So people are going to be like, this month is pretty great. And I agree, this month is pretty good. Even though I've played 3 of the 4 games, I have no interest in playing Epic Mickey 2, although I will download the game just to make sure I own it. Because that's how I always do for these type of things, to make sure it's in my catalog. You know, in case one day I decide, hey, you know what? I want to check out the Disney Epic Mickey 2. Now the question kind of begins, what's September going to look like? Are we going to get a good month? Or is it going to be a return to a couple crappy indie games? There's that, and then there's also Xbox Game Pass to look forward to. That should be revealed here pretty soon. They normally drop about 7 or 8 titles. I'm really interested in seeing how they follow up from last month, from Warhammer Vermintide 2 and Bomber Crew, new games launching then. So look for a video for that whenever it does come out. And then, of course, there is the competition. What exactly is PlayStation going to give away for August? PlayStation Plus has been pretty good the last few months, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep up the streak and actually offer really compelling titles to compete with Games of Gold, although I really don't see it much as a competition, and I don't really know if you guys do either. Let me know in the comments section below if you really feel that PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold Games of Gold are actually kind of competing with one another. Either way, I'm interested in seeing what Sony's going to give away to free to their users. And so Games of Gold, let me know what you think about it this month in the comments section below. Are you excited to check out any of these titles? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I drop new content. Share this out on Twitter so more people can check out the channel and the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank you all for spending your time coming to my channel, watching all the videos. It really means a lot to me. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.